Hey Libras, and welcome. This is going to be your weekly reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Let's just jump straight into it. I want you guys to know these are general meaning. It may or may not resonate. So if you are watching as a Sun sign Libra and it doesn't seem to resonate, check your Moon, Rising, or Venus placements, okay? So let's see what's happening. Oh, let me turn this around. Spirit, what messages do you have for my lovely Libras for the upcoming week? What messages do you have for Libras? Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, it's greatly appreciated. Messages for Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for the upcoming week starting the 17th. Messages for Libras. Okay, Libras, first up we have Page of Cups. Who is coming to confess their feelings for you, confess their love, their emotions? You know, you've been wanting to know how someone feels about you. Well, today is the day to get that answer. You want this answer, it is coming this week, okay? So no worries. We also have a new moon this week in Taurus, that Venus energy, right? Venus, you know, brings love and romance, right? We also have the World card. World card is fixed energy, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio energies. There's a cycle ending here, Libra. There is a cycle ending. This cycle that's ending, man, you have successfully kind of learned some lessons that you've been, you know, maybe couldn't figure out how to kind of get over it. Like how can I get over the, you know, past this lesson, or it keeps coming up and you're having a hard time, or you were having a hard time trying to, you know, get past it. So for some of you guys, that was in the realm of how you dated, like, or the relationships you ended up in or not in. Some of you guys, it felt like everyone you dated didn't want a relationship. Everyone you dated just wasn't serious. And for you, you sometimes got deep in before you kind of found that out. And then you're like, your heart was already in it. So sometimes you accepted less, right? So we also have the Knight of Cups. You can be dealing with a water sign, right? Knight of Cups is Pisces. It's also Cancer, Scorpio. Like, you want romance, now you can have the romance. You're Venus, okay? That new moon Taurus energy is really going to be a time, you know, for some, like, if you want dates, this is like great for date nights, planning a date, whether it's you or someone you're dealing with. You know, Taurus is all about the, you know, the good stuff, right? Like, let me tell you, you want good food, good environment, where it smells amazing, like nice fabric. Taurus energy and Libra energy both being ruled by Venus. You guys appreciate a good, you know, what do I want to say? A good, not environment, like a good setup, right? Like, you know, like a nice restaurant. Like if you had a nice restaurant, and it's like just how it's set up, like the backdrop of it all, how they put their bar, or how they have their decorations. Like, that's what I'm getting this week. We have the Magician, Mercury energy, Gemini, Virgo energy. Now the Magician is all about manifestation. If you want it, you have the tools to get it, and you're utilizing that. Some of you guys, this the lessons that you learn that is allowing you to kind of, you know, move forward. And I feel like you are moving forward. Queen of Wands, Aries, also fire energy here, which is also Leo, Sag. Queen of Wands is very attractive. Libras are known to be very attractive. There's no doubt in my mind that this is you. Queen of Wands is determined. They're fiery. They're passionate. They're usually very attractive. People like their energy. Could dibble and dabble in, I'm not sure, but some of you guys, it could be dibble dabbling in witchcraft or something of that nature, or magic. Doesn't mean you are, but I get that energy. But yes, you mastered the law of attraction, some of you guys. That's really what it is. And a lot of you guys are using that, especially when it comes to dating. Like, people are going crazy over you right now. That's all I got to say. So it's time to put yourself out there. And we have Judgment, right? I just feel like all these changes, I don't know, something happened for Libras. I feel like a major confidence booster. Some of you guys could just, maybe you've been taking better care of your health. You could have lost some weight. Some of you guys could have, you know, colored your hair. maybe could have gained weight, right? Filled out in areas, like, or you could have, you know, dyed your hair, cut your hair, maybe it's longer. I just feel like there's some changes where you're showing up more confident. It's not necessarily the change in you, it's the attitude that's coming along with that. We have temperance, Sag energy, patience, right? Everything takes time. And you're realizing that, Libra, like, some of you guys, maybe you were, you know, that awkward teenage phase. Maybe when you were in high school or something, you just wasn't, I don't want to say you wasn't it, but people couldn't appreciate you. You went through that awkward phase. Now you're like in your mid-20s or you're older. Some of you guys, let's say you were very skinny and you had to, you know, I hear sometimes, especially when you're really skinny and you have kids, sometimes you get nice little hips or, you know, fill out in your chest area, especially if you didn't have that much. So I just feel like there's something about you that's just very vibrant and exuberant this week. It is just, I'm telling you, major attraction here. We have the Eight of Swords. Just don't, you know, don't get in your head, Libra. I feel like some of you guys do have sometimes a tendency to get in your head and maybe like question things. Because look what we even had next. Next we have the Two of Cups, like relationship, balance, harmony. There is a relationship. There are two people coming together. And it's also, use this attraction, this power for good. There's going to be many different people trying to get at you, Libra. Let me tell you, when you exude an energy like this, yes, there's many people that want to get at you, but there's only one that kind of brings this Two of Cup element to it. This is someone, they see beyond just that physical that you're bringing, you know, they get to the meat and the potatoes of the situation. Like they get to your values, right? They ask the right questions. You want to know the difference between who's this person that gives a soulmate energy and versus the people that's just here for a good time. They ask the questions, right? That you see, that you can tell, that they are very interested in you as a person, right? Wow, would you grow up? Oh, that's amazing. Was you raised by both parents? And like, there's like a follow-up to the questions that you answer. Like you can tell, like they can repeat back what you said to them and then kind of ask another question. Like great listening skills. They really want to get to know you on a much deeper level. And that's the difference between them. And so if you're like, who is this person? I got a few suitors. I don't know who's real or not. Remember that World card energy is telling me you learn how to kind of see through people. You can see through people, Libra. You can see who's just here to try to get into your, you know, your goodies, man or woman, and who actually is here to, you know, see through you, your soul, who you are at your core essence, to see if they're compatible with you in a match. They're not just here to, as I said, get in your pants. They want to see that this is a match because they're thinking longer term, right? Versus a one night. So we're going to pull advice cards here. We're going to use today Archangel Oracle cards. All right. I feel bad, Libras, because I'm trying to make I've been doing like 13 to 15 minutes. So I'm trying to do it like 10 to 12 minutes with the readings now. So yours may be a little shorter than the others, but the air signs in general, but we'll see. So let's see, Spirit, what advice do you have for Libras? This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What advice? Yeah, before I get back, that Magician, like, yeah, there's some smooth talkers, some tricksters here, people that are known to manipulate. So be on the lookout. Everyone does not have your best interests. Advice for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So we have 2 cards here. We're going to see if we can get a third card. If not, we'll just take those 2. What advice? Okay, Libras, we got 3 on the board for you. So let's keep that there, and we're going to see what we get. First up, we have, what do we have? Comfort, Libra. Yeah, the person you're the most comfortable with. It's just, you're going to be able to tell. Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. That's what it is. What's the difference between those who just want to bed you and those who kind of want to wife you or hubby you or make you, you know, commit to you long term? Man, they're here to help your heart heal from past. You know, they know what you've been through, and they're not going to want to contribute. They're not going to use your pain against you. They're, as I said, they're really going to make sure that you see that they, care about you. And how they're going to do that is with actions. They're going to text you and call you at appropriate times, not just after 10 p.m., right? They're going to ask you about your day. They're going to be consistent with it. They're going to ask you how your parents or your family do it, or if you have a kid, how are your kids? Because that's how you can tell. So next we have, what do we have? Courage, courage, courage. Courage says, Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Okay? That's just kind of I feel like the courage, yeah, they're a little more nervous too. That's how you can tell. Like, some people are overly confident, like a player overly confident charisma, versus you can be confident and still a little unsure. And that's kind of a sign like, okay, they're really interested. They didn't come over here smooth talking with lines or like pickup lines that they probably say to every girl or guy. You could tell when it's like, okay, you've used that before, versus someone who's just coming naturally themselves. So last but not least, we have leadership. Leadership says, Archangel Gabriel, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Some of you guys, I don't feel like being a leader in this situation. It could just be being the first to show interest and then having that person take it from there. So just kind of giving the green light, like you guide them into that role, so they'll know that, you're into them too. And then they can proceed and treat you the way you need to be treated. And they can take the steps, because that's how you can tell who's really for you. The person that's for you, they're fine with stepping up. They're fine with, once you tell them, give them the green light, they're going to show up and show out. So I love this for you. Love is on the board for you, all right? That is your reading. If you enjoyed this reading, it resonated, give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Guys, I greatly appreciate it. I just want to thank you so much for all your support. It does not go unnoticed. And I hope you guys just have an amazing day. All right? Bye, Libra.